lot of talk about Barbie recently, but for good reason. It's slashing up the box office. Like, first of all, it comes out of the gate. It beats Super Mario Brothers for the biggest opening weekend of the year with 162 million. Then it sets the all-time Monday box office record for Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, a studio that's been around for 100 years. Beating out Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, which was the biggest box office on a Monday ever in the studio's history. And they beat that. Then they continued on becoming the biggest box office on a Tuesday in the history of Warner Brothers, making another $26 million on Tuesday alone. And by the way, yesterday on the Wednesday, it also continued its torrid pace, making 23 point something million dollars on the Wednesday.
Jeez.
That means, you got to understand, the end of day Tuesday, Barbie was at $472 million. Well, now this is only counting up to the end of Tuesday. Before counting international box office, Barbie had gotten to $495 million, not counting anything that came in internationally on Wednesday. Long the short of it is, before the end of the day yesterday, Barbie crossed the $500 million mark in under a week and cracked the top 5, top 6 highest grossing movies of the year. If we go to worldwide here now, remember, right now Barbie's not counting, this is not counting Wednesday's total, but having crossed the $500 million mark, that means it is hopscotched over Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which, remember, that 476, that's the entire theatrical run of a Marvel film. Barbie passed it in under a week and is now sitting behind Little Mermaid, which it will catch in the next couple of days, is only behind Little Mermaid for the number 5 spot. Then we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, then we have Fast X, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the number 1 film of the year, and will stay the number 1 film of the year is
Still
Super
Blue
Mario
Beetle,
Brothers movie.
clearly.
But, I mean, it's going to easily become the number 2 movie of the year. Easily. Some people are still trying to convince me that it'll beat Mario Brothers. I just don't see it happening. It'd be really fun to see if I'm wrong. I just don't see it happening. But it's already crossed $500 million. You know, we went to see Haunted Mansion yesterday. And boy, and that was a Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
Boy, there was a lot of pink in the foyer of that theater. Both as we were walking in and as we were walking out. There was a lot of pink. And it wasn't from people watching Haunted Mansion. The concession lines were full. $23 million on a Wednesday.
Also, a funny fact, this is the most I ever see the bar area full too before a movie.
Oh, well, we walked in. There was a group of about 20 ladies at the bar, like getting their drinks before
go
Barbie.
do it,
right?
man. Go watch this movie. Have a good time.
Did you go chat him up, Chef Pleasures?
Oh,
Were you like, what's that?
no.
No one had a
That's
trench
where I go
coat,
into my cave and go.
Women intimidate Ray. Unless they're wearing trench coats. Then he just
he's
wants
like,
nothing
"Get
to do
out."
with them.
Then we go
Get him
solve
away.
crimes.
So you
We all the
weren't.
same though.
What's
all
that?
the same.
We all the same.
We all sound the same.
Yeah, we all
You
the
missed
same.
it yesterday, though, Chris. Somebody said, wrote this great thing. I'm going to send, one of our viewers said, I'm going to send in a Barbie in a trench coat to Ray.
No.
Jonathan pulled up some great images
It's
of
gonna be
Barbie.
my Chucky.
His worst nightmare.
We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much-needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/campea. Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.
But look, we've talked about what is it about this property? Because I don't care what anybody says. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody did. Like some people thought it could make money because it's nostalgic and Barbie and stuff like that, right? But nobody saw this coming. So I don't know if this is, how much of this is Barbenheimer? How much of this is nostalgia? Like, Ray, you put together a list for me a few days. I can't remember which day it was when we looked at the history of Margot Robbie movies.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find it here. But like, you can't say that it's Margot Robbie's star power.
No, because
right?
she was in the 30s, 30 million opening weekend for.
Yeah, I mean,
40 million.
let's bring this up here. It's not Margot Robbie. Here's her last 5 films. Babylon. Oh, this is the opening weekend for her last 5 films. Babylon at 3.6 million, Amsterdam at 6.4, woof. James Gunn's Suicide Squad, 26 million, Birds of Prey, 33 million, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 41 million. Like, none of this would lead you to believe that a Margot Robbie-led movie would open to $162 million, right? So you can't say it's Margot Robbie. Chris, is it any one of these things? Is it a combination of these things? Like, what on earth can we write it down to that Barbie made $500 million in less than a week? How do you explain that?
It seems to be a perfect storm because, once again, I haven't seen this movie. I got to work yesterday, which was nice, on a video game. I was not crossing a picket line. But I feel like it is this kind of perfect storm of a really smart script and a iconic pop culture character. But also, I think, follow me on this, it feels a little Ted Lasso. It feels a little, yeah, we can like something that's fun and happy and sweet and candy colored. That's okay to go to a movie and see something like that. And then you're surprised that there's something more existential at the core of it.
Right.
But I think that's part of it is we have so much content like in Oppenheimer, which I'm not taking away from that at all. But I think there is something about going to a movie that you know is going to be fun that makes you want to keep coming back to it. I think that's what Super Mario Brothers had too for its older audiences as well, of just, this is fun. And everything around me sometimes is not fun. So why don't I go to a movie theater, sit in a wonderful air-conditioned space with snacks, and have somebody make me laugh and make me think and maybe make me cry a little bit. Those are all great things that I want to go experience. That's fun.
And I'm also telling you, Oppenheimer, I could see someone going to that movie by themselves, taking it in as the movie. Barbie, I don't see anyone going to this movie by themselves. They're taking groups.
It's a group thing to do.
They want to laugh together. They want to
Barbie,
talk
let's
about
go
it
party.
afterwards. It's just an event movie that's just really hitting all cylinders right now. I mean, from all generations, like I said yesterday, grandpas, grandmas, parents, kids. It's all over the place.
Well, no, yes, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't want to walk up to the lady and say, "Excuse me, are you this girl's grandmother?" I didn't want to do that, but there was a group in there that I think you're right. I think there was a grandmother, her daughter, and her daughter's daughter, like a multi-generational.
And listen, in the refreshment line, there was a brother and sister, same age, both wearing pink, going to see Barbie. That the dynamics of this is all over the place, or like the demographics of.
You guys grew up with sisters, and Jonathan, you have girls. I mean, Barbies are just synonymous with being in your home when you have children. That's just a thing.
Yeah.
I had a ton of Barbies, and my brother would sometimes steal the Barbies to play with his G.I. Joes because they were, working intelligence or they were captors or something. Like, these are dolls that have been around since 1959. So it is something that spans generations.
Well, Helen Mirren says something at the very beginning of the movie. So this is something that happens right at the very beginning. Remember they released that clip of the 2001: A Space Odyssey homage? So that's the beginning of the film.
Okay.
Right? And you hear Helen Mirren saying, as long as there have been little girls, there have been dolls. But dolls, and they show a bunch of little girls playing with dolls were always baby dolls. In essence, telling little girls that the one thing you can aspire to be is a mom. That's your dreams. That's your goals. You can only, and it's a great dream and it's a great goal, But whereas little boys, we got to imagine driving fire trucks, and we got to imagine being this and being that.
Being a transformer.
Or being, yeah, I want to grow up to be Optimus Prime, damn it. What's wrong with that? So she said, but dolls were always baby dolls, meaning little girls could only aspire to be moms. Then came Barbie. And Barbie was an architect, and she was a homeowner, and she was a doctor, and she was basically telling that because Barbies can be anything, the message to little girls is you can be anything. And maybe that message consciously, subconsciously, somewhere got down to the DNA of a lot of women who grew up playing with these dolls. It's like, there's a movie of this, I want to go see it.
Yeah.
But nobody saw it being this big. That's
Here's
the thing.
a little quiz for you, John. Who do you think Anne played with Barbies?
Oh. See, this is the same little girl
Just say yes or
who
no.
I watched a home video of you as her as a little girl playing Indiana Jones.
Yep,
You can be both.
I'm gonna guess no.
you're right. Olive was the one with
Olive?
the Barbies.
Olive, I totally see playing with Barbies.
and
100%.
She played with the action figures I played with. So, and Olive, every time I try to get one of her Barbies to play with my action figures, she dug her nails so deep in my forearm. I think you could scrape her nails right now and you could clone me because I'm still under her nail somewhere. Because she dug it so deep, like it scarred me for life. She had real nails too at 9.
At 9.
I think she grew them because of me.
They were a defense mechanism.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna see if let me see if I can bring this. Hold on for just a second, but just so people know who we're talking about.
What are black?
This is that's not the picture. Hold on, where's the picture? Well, this is Anne with her sister. Oh, you're going to bring this up? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this again. Here's Anne with her sister. That's Anne in the front. That's her sister behind her. That's all the one we're always talking about. Olive. She's the big sister of the family.
She's the collector of bags. She's the Thanos.
She's the collector of bags.
Man, stop buying bags that expensive, Olive. Come on.
And
Live
this
your
was
life,
at a
Olive.
big
Get it.
Filipino karaoke party.
Yeah. With the sound. That's where they kept going. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, they did.
For no reason. For no reason. In the middle of the song, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yep, they kept hitting that thing off. Anyway, look, this weekend, I said at the end of the opening weekend of Barbie, it's going to take a 60 to 65% drop second weekend. The projections are saying it could take less than a 50% drop. For a movie that made $162 million on its opening weekend, that's extremely rare. Extremely rare. So we'll see where it all ends. Hey guys, thanks a lot for checking out our video. Make sure you look at some of our other videos that we have here on the channel. Like and subscribe. And remember, we do a daily podcast simply called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.